And it seems we're getting into the game finally. Where is Colosseum? Up here. So we have sisters and orcs against chaos and Drukari. We got some very interesting spawns if they choose to play this map. Sisters went for fermentation pool settle. They don't have anything in range. They get a bit of rocks. They get research that they cannot acquire the outpost, but they get the tile bonus. Same for the production down here. They don't get the loyalty, but they get the production. They have a bit of energy. Three, 4, 5, 6 tiles between the two players from different teams, mind you. The Drukari are able to reinforce with the gates, and the orcs should. It's gonna be tough to cross those castle robots. The orcs went for population growth as well. Is that here is pile of that guy? Slave mines. One in at a time. That's interesting. And food tile. I would assume is the best bonus you get from this. But acquiring this tile also just opens the map. As it is right now, it takes 3 movement speed to go on this tile. And now it takes 1. So instead of being able to go here, you can go here if you wanted to. They don't see each other. I think this first game is going to be a fast one if they don't realize it and make a re. I can't say in which favor, but it's not going to be a long game. The entire left half of the map is just empty. Silent caster here. sees the orcs. He technically sees Colosseum as well, but Colosseum has this special color that is not very noticeable. But he did kill a gate, so he should know he's dead. So Team B is well aware of where Team A is spawned. Team A does not know where Team B is. But still not start opening with a book so he can get to the settler faster. He can build the settler building already, but he needs the tier 3 technology to actually make a settler unit. The orcs, they did not get stick bombs yet. Going for an infantry build with the Chaos Marines. Personally, I'm not a big fan, but I have seen some people using it effectively. The Orcs is going for a rock tile. Probably means he's gonna build a new building next. I would like to see a book from him, but got double infantry building start from the Drukari. These already got the wedges. Do we have plasma grenades? We don't. No, he got wedges, so he's researching plasma grenades now, if he's not researching vehicles. Maybe even hero building. Chaos got the second city on turn 7. You always hope to get your city on turn 6, but sometimes you just don't have the resources for it. In this case, I believe, yeah, he couldn't afford neither or influence before now. And he's gonna build food here, it looks like. This is likely gonna be a 2-city chaos. He knows his enemy is right there. And he knows his teammate can teleport there. Yeah, as expected, orcs building order. The research is very low. This book is gonna give them a bit of advantage on that aspect. But are they gonna be able to defend themselves? They are getting a barracks out. But if I'm correct that they're gonna get 2v1, then one barrack is not gonna help them a lot. They do have the economy to go double, maybe even triple instantly, but they also need resources for their settlers. Burner boys. That's an interesting start. No grenades. Awkward fungus. Plus 2 hit points. So he doesn't have that upgrade either. He's still doing his second tier 1 research. Is my estimate. Let's see. We got a lot building researched. It's not building. Oh, he's building it over here. Okay. In 3 turns, he will have 69, 86. Yeah, he will have a influence for 1 hero in 3 turns. Getting that second city down relatively fast is a big advantage for Chaos, meaning they're less reliant on getting the perfect spawn for the first city, as they can just get the second city on a good spawn. And it also means they get the equivalent of having a book without having a book, until the lot of people start getting their settlers out. The sisters seem to be looking for their second city. Not happy with what they're seeing. I imagine they would like to find a requisition outpost. The Shard of War can do in a pinch, but it's not what they're hoping for. There's a lot of order around the Drukari spawn. Those order push should be enough to fund them for a while. 2 in the city range, and 3 more just for the passive bonus of +2. So which becomes +6, +10 total from outposts. No? +12. I count this one as features, the bonus he gets on his base tile. That explains everything. Are we gonna see another infantry building? The orcs are clearing towards their teammate, but he's gonna get a bad surprise when he runs up a little bit further. Oh, his teammates already seen the Castellan robots, so they know. I don't believe they have the tools to go through the Castellan robots anytime soon. Maybe they can get around them, but it's gonna be tough. Getting a food building down here. This game is special because of the weird way the spawns worked out. I've seen some weird stuff before, but this is probably the weirdest I've seen. There's 2 enemy players. The cities are basically touching tip. When they go to their full range, they will touch each other's spotter. I'm not saying they will go to their full range in this game. We probably won't reach that far into the game. I expect him to be researching the hospitallers right now, which is why he's not producing anything else. Double pile of duck here, 1 decant smelter. What does the Ducati see on their gates? He sees the orcs clearing decently. He doesn't know that there's Kaz and Robert splitting them. And he sees that they're almost linked up. In this particular game, the Silent Castle is going to be less valuable than any other artifact. Usually you love to sing that Silent Castle, but if you're only going to get 1, maybe 2 cities down, then you'd rather have the extra health for damage. This one is too far off the pad, nobody's going to get that down. Same for this one, the damage artifact. Well, the map generation has its own life. Okay, this is the seated Chaos City now. The Chaos knows where the sister city is, more or less, from the killing of gates happening. This Casman needs to get home. He can't afford to explore right now. Got 1 Chaos Berserker and another Casman. Oh! He saw him moving. Somehow we got a battle sister down here. Which would give the illusion of them being linked up. They haven't actually crossed the robots, they just walked past this area, but from the dead gates, combined with the fact that Colosseum has an outpost down here and up here, would suggest that they are linked up indeed, if you don't know any better. We need to remember we have the bird's eye perspective, we know everything, except for their researching. So we got Stronghold, we got Haywire, Plasma Glacier, yeah. The Combat Rocks got the Feel No Pain. We're probably gonna see some Haywire grenades as well soon. He's going hard on those infantry buildings. Is he planning to clear all the way up there, or is he planning to use the teleporter? I think he's hoping to clear. Does he have the influence to use the teleporter? Not really, so he does have to clear, at least for the first wave of troops. It's a lot cheaper to teleport reinforcements than an entire army. We got a chaos sword out, we're building More food up here. Tank busters. Still don't have stick bombs. So what did they get for the tier 1 techs? More Daka, maybe? Yeah, more Daka. 3% bonus on 12 would not make 15, so more Daka is. Oh. I guess the burner boys are decent at clearing those things, but stick bombs would be better. We are getting hospital out, so turn 20 on the field, so turn 22 he could have a city. 21, yeah, 21. He still doesn't have a great spot to put it on, but is he looking at the influence maybe? So the Ducati is indeed going for a supporting move. It's the only thing that would make sense. They are a bit far away from everyone else on the map, but with this city they can be relevant on the front line, but also either flanking or reinforcing from the main city without having to teleport everything. It doesn't sound like a lot paying 15 influence for a teleport, but if you have to teleport an entire army, it stacks up. I guess this 100 is a candidate for city founding or the desert. One of those two. The way he gets a little bit of influence on his expansion tile while getting a lot of production. Team B has linked up nicely. Team A is still working on those robots. Or working on avoiding the robots. They found themselves in quite an unfortunate spawn situation. Oh no, he's going hybrid build. I don't know how well those things do against the Drukhari. I would have expected the minions, the hell out of the minions. Of course he doesn't know that the chaos player is going infantry yet. But the chaos player is the one he's trying to counter right now. Again, the team A is not aware of the Drukhari's location. Barracks and food. I expected Drukhari to just build up 9 buildings, then disable his screen and run with it. Will he do a third city? That's a good question. I think he will skip it. I don't think he will find it to be worth the investment in this sort of game. Still don't have hair grenades. Don't get me wrong, the wedges are strong without them as well, but so the thing about plastic grenades, they great against groups of infantry. Well, groups of anything really, but they don't do much to single targets. They don't do much to armored targets. The base tech, on the other hand, that one is really good against anything. And then there's the haywire grenade, which is just bonkers against vehicles. Now don't hang me up on this, but I believe one wedge can almost one-shot a modifier with a heavy grenade. If he gets to shoot it with the full HP, full modular count. So yeah, as expected, they're just ignoring the left side of the map. They have no business going there. Why would they? That's not why they kill the enemy. They knew from the beginning where the enemy was, so they planned for this. The other team didn't know. We don't have melter bombs on the Chaos Marines yet. Do they need them? Not necessarily, but they're always nice to have. What else would they be good? The combat circles are pretty decent for tier 2 unit, but the problem is they're melee, and so are the Righteous, so they're gonna be fighting each other for the tiles. For that reason the Chaos Marines are good, because they're a bit more versatile. They can still have value from 2 range. I also wouldn't be surprised to see the Chaos building a couple of the Capitalite Warriors. They're not great, but they're absolutely not bad either. Like, they're just overshadowed by the Righteous being completely broken. But the ability to shoot from ranges, let's just say it has an impact. Enough that sometimes it's worth making a worse unit with a better range. Just for the versatility. We have a chaos slot leveled up a bit. Getting damage reduction. Boon chance. And damage reflection. He's getting one of each. That's an interesting choice. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the Chaos Infantry build. I love the Chaos Vehicles. Chaos Vehicles is my most played faction. But Chaos Infantry, I have to have a really good spawn for that with a really bad spawn for Vehicles before you to see me playing it. But I guess if you get familiar with it, know how exactly it works, it can be pretty good, especially for an early game push like the one they're setting up right now. How much does the other team see? They don't actually know anything. They don't even know the orange player is here. Looks like the action is about to unfold. And just in time, as the orcs are managing to push through those robots with the tank clusters. He did get the heavy armor. He's finally got a MiG on the field. Is he gonna become a city? Or does he intend to use it as a combat unit? Slash healer. They don't have anything for him to heal yet. They will have a modifier next turn, but I think the first one will be making a city. Just flat resources you get for having that extra city is very valuable. He has to pay 60 resources to put it down. Just the base production of the tower will be like 30 resources, right? 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. It's large, but that one doesn't really count. That one just makes the other things work. So yeah, making the second city pays off for itself investment in 2 turns. Of course, it's a bit more valid resources. So the third city is more arguable because the loyalty drop matters more when you go into negative. Again, that's probably the biggest advantage of Chaos, other than their Hellbrood and their Forge Fiend being completely bonkers for the tier, is that they can get the second city down on turn 6, while everybody else can do it on like turn 14, 50-ish. The Orc have a very nice looking army here, especially for fighting the Witches. And those are with combat rocks. Those are combat rocks, you just get deleted. 20 damage. Even with combat rocks, they get deleted if they're in the open. Now if they get to it's level 3 or level 4, level 3, they get that extra feel no pain, which makes them, it gives the same as being in the forest. We have the odd occasional hero scouting here and there, but most of the forces are gathered up, ready to fight the big battle. So how does this shield do? Okay, they do decent against righteous, they do decent against chaos minions. How do they get hit back? Oh, they're gonna need melter bombs for that. So melter bombs are not gonna do anything. Melter bombs and hail grenades. But they're probably gonna time their push with those researchers. At least that's what I would do. if I don't forget about it. I feel like this game can go either way. I'm still missing some dominions on the sister faction, but they now see a Chaos Marine. No, they don't see it. They got the Retributors because those are great against vehicles. To take down a Forge Fiend, I don't believe Sister has anything else that can do that other than like the Exorcist. She's a tier 6 tank. And even then that's questionable. These guys can trade efficiently as well, especially if they have to do the damage reduction and get to stand still. Do we have? Not yet. He doesn't have the Outland Hospitallers. Does he have Hematifiers? He doesn't have Hematifiers. I guess there's a lot of things you would like to have. Sometimes you have to pick. You just have to choose what they're producing here. Canonist is great for buffing the other infantry, but he doesn't have the greatest infantry to use with it. The modifiers are really weird set for him. I don't believe the Retributors are needed against anything they're facing right now. And the cities very likely to just go down. Once this army lands on it. Just to save his resources. The orcs are getting a hero building now. By the time they get a hero on the field, this army will have collapsed on this city. It will only be in time for counter-attacking. In case they do survive. But I must say it's looking very dark for Team A right now. I will see. Having played against Johnathan personally, he's one of the scariest opponents I've ever faced. would see it shot if they were not both in hidden terrain. Still don't see a lot of updates on the infantry, but he has a production bonus. He's got pretty much every kind of infantry you can imagine. There's no flare skits. But he's facing melee units, so he wouldn't need 2 or 3 range. The burner boys are probably just the best unit for the job. Oh no, this was a mistake, but they don't know. They do see a white chest now. They also see an infantry. They don't see any upgrades on the infantry. It might have been an active choice to not show them what build they're going for. But I do believe without metal bombs or heavy grenades, preferably both, they won't be able to deal with the modifiers. Now they can kill all the infantry, there's no doubt about that. Then the orcs are gonna collapse on them, do a counter attack, and see how much they kill. It's starting to get exciting. Sacrificing a white for the scouting here. One burner boy. He's gonna get rid of him. Well, they are. Oh, the white is actually more expensive. The morale is gone. That could be bad. The burner boys still kill those whites in the open even with combat rocks. They need to kill more. Or use the chaos infantry in front. They don't have the movement for it though. It's just a city hit hard. But that was all of the Overwatch. Yeah, there we go. As expected. Oh. He kinda has to go for that one. Alright, that I guess. While killing models does take away morale, take away the return damage, the hospitaller can heal them back off. Here we go on this boy to kill the guy on the outpost after he kills the other two. No, you're not hitting him yet. Those guys could have killed that, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe the morale dropped too low. Of course I can't say for certain. Let's see what the castle can do here. The castle can do a lot as expected, but what can they do back to him? Nothing too crazy, unfortunately. We really need dominions. Those retributors are not gonna bring their own value. Burnermeister. Those guys know what they're doing. Righteous. What would you like for dinner? More righteous, please. What else would I want? I only want righteous. Oh, but he's out of influence, so he can't use the combat drugs. Maybe it would be worth using a couple of those, because without the combat drugs, the righteous are really not that great. They're not bad, but getting the capitalizer on 2 range to shoot is better than another white with mid range, but without drugs. In my opinion. I can easily see how people would disagree with me on it. Okay, how much does he kill here? It's not too much. There we go. It's not quite enough. Does not have influence, he does. He does have time to go to a store, I guess. If he got an X on this lot, he would one-shot squads. Now, how close are we to the walls? Oh, it's the next 7 turns. It takes like 5 turns to build, right? It's not looking good for Jimmy. Oh, and here I've made out. The melt bombs are probably in research right now. Is that tier 4, tier 5 tech? I think it's tier 5. On tier 5, infantry cares would like to get infantry armor and melter bomb, I believe. Again, I could be wrong. I don't play infantry cares. But I look at the tech tree the entire time. Every time I play, I see the tech tree and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't need this. Oh yeah, I also don't need this. Well, to be fair, I get the infantry armor for the heroes. But how's that influence looking? You can activate 1 drop per turn. And then there's no teleporting or anything. think they're trying to zone off the orcs so they can kill the sisters in peace, but they might also just be trying to kill the units. Sister does have 3 cities as the only player, so the longer the game goes, the better advantage they get, but none of the cities are on great locations. Building all your buildings 10% faster is nice, but in the city you get 2, 4, 10 building slots total. If you use one of those for housing. Oh wait, you don't want to do that. You get 4 barracks to increase your pop cap. You have a lot of influence. You could afford to get heroes, but you probably don't have to research for Saint Celestine right now. They did get melter bombs. Still the boss who cares. I think that's a severe mistake, not having bombs. You saw those modifiers a long time ago, but you just don't have the damage without them. To kill either city or modifiers. He does have the production for another product, yeah, but he's gonna run out of energy soon. He could just turn the energy building on, he has the population for it. It's easy to forget things like that when you're playing on a timer. You probably turn it off to do a sacrifice or something. might be able to kill the castle lord. They do have a lot of shit to go. Okay. Maybe that guy's gone. It's burner bomb. They are defending really well, but on the other hand, they don't really have to kill Fred without pelter bombs on the gas infantry. I still think the minions would be the correct move. The Gladius are what's causing the pain. And those just get obliterated by flamethrowers. Doesn't matter if it's an orc or a sister holding it. I'm looking at where's the warboss. 4 turns. Getting more righteous and more righteous and even more righteous. Getting more barracks. I guess you don't need more than 4 barracks to produce 1 per turn. 3 is barely enough if he gets the loyalty fixed. Not saying that would be the correct move, but if he did fix the loyalty, that would be like 19 production, right? Okay, we did get energy turned back on. This castle is probably dead. Can the mix catch him? Or the mix gone? They died last turn. The boys can. They're not gonna kill him though. By just slowly running him down, eventually he's gonna die. It's not like he can get the safety in his own troops. Well, Max already hit him. I'm just blind. Yeah, the combination of forest and combat rocks is what it takes to not get one shot. Of course, the fact that this guy has lost models, but even with full models. Combat rocks plus forest. Oh, and they feel no pain from level up. You just need 2 of the 3 to not get one shot. Losing more berserkers here. But without meltable still. I guess he's taking on the role of killing infantry and letting the whites do the damage to the cities, but nice calculations. Don't want to get in range of that city if you can avoid it. Or the distributor for that matter. It's looking grim for the Adeptus Sororitas. But again, Dominions would hold this. But if Hellbrutes have been running at them, then Retributors would be the best unit for that. At Forge Fiend in a few turns if he was doing that build. We're not seeing any battle pauses, but I think they did manage to get all of the moves in. Battle pauses are more necessary when you have a few more troops. They fought early, so they're trading a lot. That means they don't have too many units to control each. And when everything one-shots, it's a bit more of a straightforward calculation, instead of having to count together how many units you have to attack this with. Okay, Castle is going. That is a significant blow, but they spend a lot of time killing him. He had the influence to have walked on a shop, and I guess he didn't at the time. Walking on a shop and getting a fit or a key, or even the separate game plan for the extra movement +1 would have been enough for the Chaos Lord to get out. running out of options. They don't want to tank with their soldiers, but they also don't want to let the white just hit the city with their heavy units. Madrox? No? Okay. What's his influence looking like? Plus 13. He can afford one teleport and one combat rock potential. He's not using any distance. Well, he used one, but he had an extra saved up. I think there was a misplay, not activating the combat rocks and hitting them instead of using the grenade. Sure, you should use the grenades when you have them, but it just also makes them... Well, I guess those kill him anyway. Yeah. The defensive stats are nice if they actually make a difference, but in this case they wouldn't have. He did the correct move, I'm just being stupid. Now they put in casualties on them in the hope that they won't one shot, but that's not how that works. Oh, this one doesn't one shot. Mark is on level 10. The Warboss is out in 2 turns. I guess he's saving this altar buff for the Warboss. So next turn he will set his rally point to the shop, buy items for the Warboss, then here we go to get to the Skull Altar, and then run up and fuck shit up. They came out in the wrong direction. It's unlucky. Burning Boys are surprisingly effective against Righteous. I expected them to be good, but I still expected them to need like 2 shots to kill them with the drugs. Which is the case if they have drugs in an outpost or a forest, but just in the open with drugs I expected them to need 2 shots still. Yeah, the Orgam is gone now. I think this is GG. If the storm runs, those guys should be able to kill those, right? No, wait, they're level 5. Strokes. Yeah. They don't have many moves left to do. The only hope right now is hoping for a huge mistake on Team B side. Let's do Whoppers. Let's get him on the shop. See what we buy. We get extra hit points. X. Armor. Armor more. Still 300 influence. He can buy all he wants here. Looks like he's leaving it at that. Now they just have to pick a shit and kill. But of course, they don't know that. They know the kill was out, but they don't know how much is in reserve. Now I am excited to see if this Whopper slaps. If he doesn't slap. Of course, it's easy to say, oh, you should have given him that item also and that item also. He has an influence for it, but it's an active choice every time you buy something. You're decreasing your work. I think. I'm not 100% certain how this mechanic works. Is it the influence upkeep for units compared to the stockpile influence? I think it is. So because he has only 3 units left, minus 8.5, that's probably, if I were to make a guess, I would say then he needs 85 influence stockpiled to keep the WAC at 10. We can compare that once he gets a couple more units, so loses a bit more influence. He gets a burner boy in there. So now, okay, go down to 5. Okay, I have no idea how it works. 5.8 out of 10. So almost 6. If he has 10 times the influence, that would be 110. I guess we should just ask the developers how that works. Or ask anybody who knows. I'm sure somebody knows it. Like the actual calculation on it. They're trying to project power now. Trying to look stronger than they are. I mean, to be fair, the Team B army is also diminished quite a lot from this frustrating. Okay, let's see. Oh, combat stimulant. He doesn't want to be fighting righteous. And he one-shots everything else, and the Burner Boys kill the righteous better. Yeah, the city's going down really fast to him. Now his armor is on the low side for a melee hero, and he doesn't have the extra infantry armor from tier 5. Oh, we got Dominions. Now we're gonna see if I'm just talking out of my ass, if I'm correct about them. I believe Dominions is like the way for sisters to counter Drukari. Of course, combined with the Hospitaler's defense buff and Imagifier's defense buff. Why does it take 5 turns to... They only have one battleship. They got the multiple now. I think they can just call GG, but let's wait for the team to decide it. But yeah, the fact that the enemy team knew from the start exactly where they were and how they were gonna deal with it, while they didn't have any idea until, well, yeah, the modifiers are effective. The distributors not so much, but if they ever do get into a situation where they want to counter attack, they're gonna do a great job. Compared to the Dominions at least. But those Dominions should really do some work of those righteous. What's the economy looking like? Oh, they can even afford to pure units. That's brutal. Change that? Yeah, it is okay. Makes sense then. And up here we get almost out of energy. He's building it down here though. It's gonna be okay. The orcs have. Yeah, they have a lot of things, they also have a lot of missing things. Mark level 4. Do you need one in the health? Influence time shield. Influence upkeep. Is that it? They're almost at 4. At 5. I don't know this calculation. I don't know what the coding looks like. I have to admit, this game was... I expected this game to be interesting from the beginning. When I saw the spawns, I expected it to be very short and not that interesting. I expected to see like one fight and then GG. The game ended up more interesting than that, but still a bit too one-sided for my liking, but that's how it goes when you have spawns like this. And the one faction knows it and prepares for it, and the other faction has to guess what their spawns are like. And it's also just not great spawns in general. I mean, the requisition is nice, but I would really prefer having or anything else. It's looking grim. This city should be dead this turn. This will probably dead in 2 turns, max 3. They won't have another hospital to make a new city. They're starting to make battle chapel up here, but before they get the building done and then the field, that city will be dead as well. And the orcs, while they can defend themselves right now, they're not in a position to actually push into this army. They are preparing for a counter attack. Maybe waiting for the Team B army to surround and kill the city and then move in for a counter strike. I just don't think it's going to be enough. They won't be able to reach with most of the stuff, depending how far the Team B overextends. they can kill the city without going on the south side, then there's no real counterattack to be had from the orcs. It looks like they're trying. The reduced work. Is that the reason they can't kill? Nice to combat rocks on outpost still. I really want to see the minion out to see how well they deal with the righteous. They think they should be doing great against them, but I could be wrong. Now the mix probably want to heal that city, but they don't have. I mean, they will if they use the movement buff. Or if they kill that one, they can just get the city without. Heal? Yeah. We haven't seen any battle poses yet. But we also haven't seen the timer run out. I think we saw it one time, but he was done with his turn. He was just thinking if there was anything he needed to do extra. On the righteous player. But like I mentioned earlier, when you trade this many units, you have less things you need to control, so you don't need as much time as if you spent the first 30 turns building up. Yeah, there's no miracle in this. They're going to be delaying their units too much every time they hit that city. And while I'm convinced the minions are like counter for righteous, I don't believe that one Dominion can kill 17 of them. even if the Orc's army was stronger than the enemy's army right now, he wouldn't be able to kill it and reach anything vital before his teammate dies. And two players will just always outscale one. Especially at this level, where it's the smallest mistakes that make all the difference. And as I always remember, it's easy for me to sit here and call out mistakes that they make when I see everything from the omnipotent point of view. But all of those players are really good. Well, they did get their dominions out. They do kill whites in forest. Which combat rocks as expected. But again, he thought he was fighting chaos. Mainly. And he expect chaos to go vehicle. At least I would expect chaos to go vehicle. And against vehicles, the dominion is not great. Then the shots will be the gun next turn. Looks like this hospital might be trying to sneak around the top of the map, trying to find the city in the back somewhere, but I don't think she will be able to. She could theoretically go here, here. Use a buff to go here. Then she would be on the path to safety. Oh, missed. Oh, okay. Just buying time. Let's see if the orcs are going to do counter-attack here. I think it would be a mistake, but... it's not a mistake, like, he has to if he wants to save his teammate, but... They are just gonna get outscaled now. Yeah, there we have it. It's gorgeous. They have a nice range response with the haywire, but it does nothing except to vehicles and buildings. So in this specific scenario they're great, but they're not gonna win a fight. They're just gonna settle it once you do win. What's the work looking like? I don't see it. Oh, it's not there. We got a new castle. Oh, Woptons. And then let's swim into eagles. While the vehicles themselves are not impressive, the bonus they give to the infantry when they disembark is amazing, especially combined with the extra movability they get. You might as well spend some of flow. I don't think they would have had lands for St. Celestine, but she's quite an investment. I'm not saying St. Celestine would have won the game, but I'm just looking at. Wish they could have improved their situation just marginally. You're gonna put the Scourges up here. Shoots the city. Apparently they changed their mind. The Scourges have no value against the Orc army. They deal literally zero damage. Oh wait, they deal damage? How? They're not supposed to. Because compared to what the other units do to those, it's low damage, but I thought it was way less than that, still. drugs, and you can, yeah. Let's look at the stats here. So they pretty similar level throughout the game. Of course, until the sisters got under attack and started losing the city. The economy. The chaos jumps early because they get the city done. They also got a third city around here, I guess. Military. The orcs, of course, have the most units. Righteous are, I think. Impressive performance all around, in my opinion. Well, I would have loved to see more Dominions, especially earlier. It's hard to guess what you're going against when you're playing against double infantry, Drukhari and Chaos. Like, the Drukhari will go righteous. They will do that 99 out of 100 games. But the Chaos infantry was not something you can predict. I'm not saying you would never see it, but you can't rely on it being what you face. Especially when you know they're in volcanic terrain. Alright. I am going to end the video here. Thanks for watching.